which is insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Wentz now on first down. It's brought in left side by Tate. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
It's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Got some real estate inside the 30, and he takes it all the way down to the 22. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Mike Bennett in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And Parkey's kick is good. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Philly's offense getting the ball again here in just a second. But if you look at the NFC picture as a whole, a lot of talk, understandably so, about the Rams and the Saints, the Panthers even. But what kind of chance do you give the Eagles of getting back to the Super Bowl?
I give them a good chance because Carson Wentz continues to get better coming back from the knee injury. They made the deal to get...
And that's caught inside the 30. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. And even 50 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side.
Maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Hey, with that incompletion, time to have some fun. I want to know, at the Davis household, who carves the turkey?
Well, certainly not me.
Well, I knew that.
I can tell you that.
He's got a man complete. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Trubisky to throw again. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Anthony Miller, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Parkey with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Wins to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Ertz has it left side. A good pickup there of 22.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket. Completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while. And at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77. So not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Shorty.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 1st down, Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. A perfectly executed crossing route. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
18.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Fletcher Cox. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, Charles, a year ago at this time, I asked you what your Thanksgiving plans were, so I got a funny answer out of you last year. I'm going to ask you again. What are you doing for Thanksgiving this year?
Trying to figure out exactly what time I can kick everyone out of my house so I can just hunker down and watch what's left of the football schedule. That's what I want to know.
Oh, come on. Your mother-in-law is coming in. It's going to be a great time at the Davis household.
Well, she can stay as long as she wants. She's family. But everyone else,
get out.
They have an expiration time.
What about the dogs?
50-50. Depends on how they act that day.
Well, when things go awry, you can just get in the car and head out for the airport because you got a game that weekend.
I certainly do. I will be headed to Charlotte, Seattle at Carolina that Sunday. Looking forward to that one. But even while I'm jesting a little bit about people being at the house, some of you I'm not jesting about. Hurry up and get out.
Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Red, up. Look.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Trey Burton, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have broken the tie. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. Throwing now is Wentz. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him. Now Wentz. Caught on the
right side by Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now Wentz. Buying time to his left. It's brought in left side by Tate. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Flushed out right. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly